Lil Wayne, he's been so much in this I am a Martian land. Once he said he thought 21 Savage was a group, and he said that 10 years ago. I said, oh, this nigga's
Lil Wayne is a legend in hip-hop and arguably one of the best MCs of all time when he was in his prime. But in 2025, that title doesn't insulate him from backlash. He just dropped The Carter 6, a 19-track album full of features.
One, the hottest under the sun. I come from under the Tommy. Hit me. Yeah, I love it. Right in the chest this time, baby. Excuse my charisma. Vodka with a spritzer. High in the mountains, nigga.
It's not bad, it's not great, but the timing couldn't be more awkward, because over the past couple years, Wayne's been catching heat from fans and critics alike, not just for the music, but for how he's been handling his legacy, his fans, and himself.
I think I speak on behalf of everybody when I say that our careers, our cadences, our melodies, maybe our face tats or our outfits or our decisions in general would not have been the same without your natural gift to just be yourself.
That was Drake obviously giving a speech and showing love for Lil Wayne before he was given the Global Impact Award at a pre-Grammy event in 2023.
I don't get honored.
Talk it.
You know, like where I'm from, New Orleans, where I'm from.
Come on, doctor.
You're not supposed to do this. Where I'm from, I walked into my mama's room when I was 14. She asked me for a kid because my dad was killed.
So let's get this out of the way. Wayne deserves his props. In the 2000s, he redefined what it meant to be a mixtape rapper. The Drought 3, Dedication 2, No Ceilings. These were masterclasses. He was rapping like a man possessed, jumping on any beat and slaughtering it. In his prime, Wayne was a machine. Artists would talk about being in the studio with him and watching him record dozens of songs in a single night. Rapping, smoking, rapping. And he did like 30 records in my face, one studio collaborator recalled. It's back to back. I'm like, damn, he got to be tired. I'm playing myself, he's not lying because we witnessed it ourselves. The mixtapes became the standard. You weren't in the game unless you were dropping tapes like Wayne. Even his peers admit it. Wayne influenced Drake, Nicki, Young Thug, Uzi, Future. His sound, his look, even his approach to business shaped a generation.
Wayne ain't no new jack to the game, like I said, you know. He influenced a lot of styles and a lot of sounds. And I could say I was influenced by a certain sound and the flow and the cadence, you know, that he brought to the game, which was very unique. Me being a young boy in the game and listening to him like, yo, okay, I need to learn this and that, you know, and that definitely was a perspective.
But eventually, the hunger fades and the world keeps moving. In recent years, Wayne's live performances have gone from must-see to can-skip. Case in point, the Welcome to the Carter tour stop in LA in 2023. He showed up late. He performed for barely half an hour. Then he turned the stage over to Young Money artists Lil Twist, Alan Cubis, and Yaj Cater. When the crowd didn't vibe with them, Wayne came back, pulled the plug, and walked off.
We appreciate it, but we ain't about to be bending over backwards for these folks. We worked too hard for this. We worked way too hard. Fucking artist Alan, that was Twist, that was Yaj. We are Young Money. We appreciate y'all time.
One fan posted on X, "I will never go to another Lil Wayne concert again after he arrived 3.5 hours late, then performed for 30 minutes, then canceled the rest of the concert because the crowd wasn't hype enough." It wasn't an isolated event either. Wayne canceled another show in Atlanta with less than 24 hours notice. Fans were furious. "Sad crying all day," one wrote. Another just posted the clown emoji and tagged him directly. Reddit threads piled up. "It's just disappointing. This is the same guy that made Dedication 2 and The Drought 3. We know the kind of stuff he is capable of." And Wayne be moving weird when it comes to time. Anyone he works with or be around be waiting and moving on his time. And that's why he didn't get the Super Bowl. And Wayne made a big deal out of that one. The 2025 Super Bowl was held in New Orleans, Wayne's hometown, but the halftime show gig went to Kendrick Lamar. Wayne didn't take it well.
Hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for. There's nothing, I thought there was nothing better than that spot and that stage and that platform in my city.
In an interview with Rolling Stone, Wayne said that to perform, it's a bunch of things they're going to tell you to do and not do. Asses to kiss and not kiss. You ain't never seen me in them types of venues. I ain't Drake. I ain't out there smiling like that everywhere. I'm in the stew, smoking and recording. Some fans empathized, others rolled their eyes. One ex-user wrote, "How can something that was never offered to you be ripped away from you? This pity party needs to stop immediately." Fans once again pointed out his tendency to show up late to his own concerts or not show up at all, canceling in Toronto, Nebraska, Spokane, and showing up so late to another concert that he only performed for 15 minutes. Wayne's disappointment made sense, but the way he expressed it rubbed people the wrong way. He wasn't just hurt, he seemed entitled. And when it became clear that Kendrick had long been in talks with the NFL, the whole narrative crumbled. One viral post read, "Wayne complaining about the Super Bowl is like someone getting mad they didn't get a job they never applied for." Beyond the fans, the media and industry figures have also taken notice of Wayne's missteps. Perhaps the biggest hit to his reputation came from an investigative report about mishandled pandemic relief funds. In late 2024, it was revealed that Lil Wayne, along with a few other big-name artists, obtained millions of dollars from the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant, a program meant to help independent venues and struggling artists during the pandemic, and then splurged it on luxury expenses. According to the report, Wayne's camp received $8.9 million in relief money, which was supposed to support his touring business. Instead, over $1.3 million went to private jet travel, and around $460,000 went to high-end designer clothes. He even expensed about $175,000 for a party promoting his marijuana brand, and tens of thousands on flights and hotels for women with no clear connection to his tour. To top it off, nearly $88,000 was billed for a New Year's Eve 2021 concert that never happened. So now, not only are fans annoyed at Wayne's show antics, but there's also a narrative that he's out here gaming the system during a crisis. It feeds the idea that Wayne is out of touch and surrounded by yes men, just doing whatever he wants without regard for consequences or optics. Even Birdman, his former mentor and Cash Money boss, couldn't reel him in during their brief Hot Boys reunion in early 2025. In one awkward moment, Birdman was on stage at a reunion show trying to give a speech praising Wayne, and Wayne literally walked off in the middle of it. The whole Hot Boys crew just exited, leaving Birdman hanging.
The greatest, biggest rapper alive, Tochi, who lied was my the whole gang. We love y'all.
Of course, some of the erratic behavior might have a deeper explanation. Wayne's long public battle with drug use.
Like, I do give a sports analogy of it. I
respect that too.
I think that,
respect that.
Like, I think he has two unbelievable albums.
Mm-hmm.
But when we're talking about the greatest, and
his love for lean, a mix of codeine and promethazine, is legendary. He's rapped about it, talked about it, defended it, and suffered from it. Multiple seizures, emergency landings, ICU visits, all linked to his addiction.
Everybody want me to stop and all this and all that, but it ain't that easy, bro. It ain't that easy. It felt like death in your stomach when you stop doing it. You gotta learn how to stay, you gotta go through detail.
Wayne has tried to quit. At one point, he told an interviewer the only reason he stopped was because the doctor told me and my mama told me. But many fans believe he's still using. In one story, rapper Currency said he almost died after drinking a bottle of what he thought was Hawaiian punch in Wayne's fridge, only to realize it was lean disguised in a soda bottle.
I ran in basketball thirsty and down one of them like standing in the hallway of the bus just killing it. And he came on the bus and was like, "Oh Lord," because he know I don't fuck with you. Like, Spiller, you probably about to die. And I woke up in Miami on the bus by myself. Like where, and you can't park buses by the hotel, so I was like sitting in some open parking lot somewhere like off the beach, and nobody even knew I was like, they just left me on the bus. Like it was like, yo, we really were scared. Like we left you because we kind of thought you might have been done.
Did they leave the TV on it?
Yeah.
So since then?
A Reddit commenter summed it up best. Drugs, man on the Prince killer. And the drug use is bleeding into his performances. his decision-making, and his legacy. He looks out of it. He forgets lyrics. He slurs his words, and the fans notice.
Is it true you've written probably over 1 million songs?
That's not true because I don't write.
You don't write.
I just go in there and what I was feeling that day is how it goes.
But how do you remember the song when you perform it?
Your guys are so kind. They typed up my lyrics for me. I'm back there studying them, right?
Drug use aside, age and lifestyle seem to have caught up with Wayne in another very tangible way: his memory and mental sharpness. In 2023, Wayne gave an interview to Rolling Stone that startled a lot of people. He admitted that he's suffering from memory loss and can't remember some of his own songs. This is coming from the guy who has released countless projects. His discography is massive, but he said he sometimes can't even differentiate between his classic albums like The Carter 2, and The Carter 3, and that he doesn't recall all the music on them.
Last one, I'm gonna be pissed. This might be my favorite Wayne line of all time, personally. This last one is fine. All right, here we go. Safe sex is great sex. Better wear latex. Because you don't want that latex that I think I'm latex. You said that.
I'm gonna talk. I don't know when I said it or why I said it or where I said it.
Right.
I said it.
He even said he can't have a conversation about a specific old song of his because he just draws a blank on it. That's sad and alarming to hear aloud. Wayne chalked it up to the busy, stressful work schedule he maintained for years, and possibly just having too many songs to remember. But many suspect years of seizures, and the toll of lean, could be factors too. This memory issue might explain some things we've seen in his recent live performances. Fans have noted that Wayne sometimes forgets lyrics on stage or mumbles through verses he once spit flawlessly. It doesn't help that Wayne never writes down his lyrics. He freestyles and memorizes them. So if his memory's failing, there's nothing to fall back on. At some shows, he's even used teleprompters to read his own lyrics. Another thing, though, is that Lil Wayne might just be out of touch with the culture. DJ Academics elaborates on this right after that clip we played at the top of the video.
I said, oh, this cooked. Now, it's one thing to be like, yo, I'm into my own craft. It's another thing to say, I don't know the current pulse of the culture. And that does matter because you don't get to adapt. You don't got to fully adapt, but you got to find how you exist in the ever-changing climate. Music is a ever-changing climate.
Now here we are in June 2025, and Lil Wayne has just released his latest album, The Carter 6. This was supposed to be a triumphant moment, the 6th installment of the famed Carter series. So, how did it land? The reception has been decent, but not groundbreaking, which honestly encapsulates the state of Wayne's career right now.
Wayne, we can safely say we've seen the absolute best of. I don't give a fuck if his rhyming improves for the next 5 and 10 years. That moment in time where what he's doing is in sync with what the people backing him is doing, is in sync with how the fans are receiving him, in sync with making his best music, songs, choruses, performance, Billboard. That has happened already.
The album boasts 19 tracks and a star-studded lineup of features. Wayne brought in an eclectic mix of guests like Big Sean, 2 Chainz, Kodak Black, his son Cameron Carter, Bono, Elephant Man, and Andrea Bocelli. Yes, you heard that right. Andrea Bocelli sings on a Lil Wayne track. On paper, that sounds exciting. Some critics praise The Carter 6 for its ambition. Wayne bounces between old-school bangers and genre-blending experiments. There are moments of introspection and pure rap bravado that remind you of vintage Wayne. But many fans and reviewers agree it's good, not great.
It's like it's still there. He's still Wayne. I just think it's the timing, bro. Like, I just think Wayne's style of rap it's outdated. Like that's the best way I can put it, bro. Like, I just feel like Wayne don't fit in with this new music, bro. It's like, I don't know if our ears just got trained to a certain type of music, but it just feel like Wayne don't fit in.
Commercially, it'll probably do all right. But it's a far cry from when Wayne albums were midnight events. Some fans even admitted they forgot it was dropping until Wayne reminded them on Instagram Live. Still, the Carter 6 proves Wayne's not done. He's reflecting, maybe recognizing he has more years behind him than ahead. On the final track, Written History, Wayne compares himself to Tom Brady, says that he's still going. And he is. But even Brady had to retire eventually. Do you think Lil Wayne has another album in him, or is this it? Let me know in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching.